What? I was fined for dating on a tourist visa in China. Yeah, as you heard it, guys, this is pure nonsense. So be my guest and listen to this story. In a case that sparked controversy and amusement, police in Linxiang County, Shanxi province have fined a Laotian woman for going on a blind date while on a tourist visa. The incident, which occurred during a summer crackdown on illegal foreigners, has raised questions about visa regulations and their interpretation. Accordingly to the Linxiang Public Security Bureau, the woman entered China on a tourist visa but was found to be meeting a local man for blind date. She was detained on August 13 and questioned about her activities. Authorities determined that her actions were inconsistent with her visa purpose and fined her under the Article 71 of China's Law on Entry and Exit of Aliens. Like, what? Oh my god. This is just crazy. The law states that providing false information to obtain a visa constitutes illegal entry and is punishable by fines ranging from 1,000 to 5,000 yuan. In severe cases, offenders may face detention for 5 to 10 days and fines up to 10,000 renminbi. This case has ignited a lively debate on Chinese social media platforms, with many netizens expressing confusion and amusement. One user, Sultan from Beijing, commented, "This isn't just dumb, it's just very embarrassing." Jiang from Guangdong joked, "Looks like I shouldn't go on dating because I am on a work visa." Victor from Shanghai quipped, "She came to take a tour of her date's body. This is just funny." Hasi from Guangdong suggested humorously, "She probably should apply for a dating visa, lol." Shout out to Shanxi immigration. The incident also raised serious questions about visa regulations. User Shenjia Guang from Jiangsu asked, "What visa should people apply for when wanting to have a date or blind date with others?" Shaka from Guangdong echoed this sentiment. So, what visa should she apply for in her case? Some netizens speculated that the woman might have been seeking marriage rather than just dating, which could explain the authorities' reaction. However, many argued that meeting potential partners should be allowed under a tourist visa. This is just pure nonsense. I want to get a tourist visa to go and meet potential partners. I was just joking. As the debate continues, many are calling for a more nuanced approach to visa regulations that can accommodate the realities of modern travel and interpersonal connection across borders. I never heard of this before. I was on a business visa, and anyways, you can do anything you want as long as you don't work or do business on a tourist visa. Yeah, right. Tell that to migration. Oh my god. And then there's other commenter says, "Do they know the definition of tourist? Is it to taste new flavors and sample all the local delicacies? Sounds she was doing exactly that, haha." And then another one. "Show off hands who here is on a dating visa." Guys, they should introduce another category: D for dating, G for gays, L for lesbians, and F for whatever the fuck you wanna do. And that was really funny. The last one was just hilarious. "When Asians go to America, isn't that what most of them do, or am I wrong?" This is also very funny. What I've understood is that these ladies from Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, etc. come to China to look for a husband under false pretenses. As soon as the Chinese men pay the bride price, these women disappear. So I guess the police smelled something fraudulent about her behavior. But it's up to them, right? Anyways, this is called profiling and is most basic form of racism. She can be arrested for fraud if she took the money. It is up to the person they are dating to find out the truth about their blind date and report them if false pretense. Why would anyone pay a bride price for someone they just met? because they might be desperate because there are so many men without wife nowadays, and there will still be. I agree with you. Guess they detained her on suspicion, because how can you detain someone who went on a date? Just doesn't make sense. I guess they think the Chinese are gullible. Besides, many have been known to wait you until they give birth, then leave the kid and run like hell. Wow, I didn't know about this. Shocking welcome to China. China number one. By the way, this is just very different in Latin America. I guess here women take children very seriously. Even they will be willing to sacrifice their lives just to keep the child. No matter the husband ran away or they didn't commit, etc. As I have been saying in past videos, we have a love for life, in Latin America. We are kind of passionate, so it's not very easily that women will just opt for abortion or just leave a child behind. Actually, by the way, guys, I know many of stories of girls, like usually these are South American girls from Guatemala and Bolivia and other places, that are living very hazardous situations now in China, where they are like married to Chinese men, and these Chinese men treat them badly, and somehow they have a very hard time because they don't want to leave China, since they have children there. And if they take the decision by themselves of leaving them, as like they divorcing them or just coming back to their countries, they will have to leave their children behind as well, and they just can't accept that, no matter how many times these men have also violated them with just warning them how bad they will treat the child if she does this or that. It's just very hard, I've read these stories to the extent that some of them I have to delete them right after, because they end up finding out that it's them. And it's not very easy to have these conditions as a woman living with a partner in a country that far away from home, especially that as far as I know, because I'm not very knowledgeable about this matter, but once they have children, if you want to take the child with you, the father also has to agree on that. Otherwise, you cannot leave China with a child. You can live by yourself, but then you will have to leave your child behind. And I know of a few cases that are still struggling there with domestic violence, no matter, because they don't want to leave the child behind, and they are just wanting to be there for the child. They just live that horrific life for that. I'll tell you one story, just a little bit of a story. There is this one girl that once she expressed the husband was as crazy as that one time he took the feet of the baby, or the leg, and did this in the balcony. And this was somehow a kind of warning or threatening for her, like, if you run away, if you do this or that, this is what will happen to your child. So he, even like being the father of this child, did go that far to the point of grabbing the child's leg and just hanging him from the balcony. And the mother was just in horror. It's not as easy, I believe they have been complaining with their embassies, but it's not a very easy subject to handle. Still, we don't tell such stories here. Maybe they will arrive. Sometimes they are so severe that I cannot tell them publicly. Anyways, this get to happen, and therefore it's not very easy. So I was just telling this because I am very unaware that the Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam women getting pregnant and just running with the bride price and leaving their children behind or anything is like, it's very nonsense for us here in Latin America. Although we have a lot of single mothers, it's just really here motherhood is just something. I mean, the love for the children is something very important. It's something to be taken as a priority, even even more than sometimes your own life, just like in these cases. China always stops in jaw-dropping stories, nothing to be surprised at. Oh my god, there is this comment. So is it okay for LBH to teach children on tourist visas, but not okay to date locals? Oh wow, what are the requirements of getting a visa for China? Is this real? Getting arrested for a date? Okay. Where is that bland dating visa in China? Some woman too innocent and saying the truth that the purpose on traveling, but someone judged as not the truth of visa application reason. Whole world people dating other countries, people who got dating visa. Foreigners are referred to as aliens to Chinese. Does it mean Chinese think there are no other humans on earth except Chinese? This is just pure nonsense. When will the dating visa be introduced, and what will it be the validity period? Someone just wants to show off. You know, this might seem as a joke, but it might be something very, very interesting to take in consideration, since there are so many leftover men in China not getting wives because they don't get the resources, or like they don't have the standards up to the Chinese women to get them as husbands. It might not be that crazy of an idea to get a dating visa as a foreign woman wanting to date a Chinese man. It might end up helping them with the problem of having those many single men over there. What do you guys think about it? I don't think it's that crazy. After all, they can even do these kind of like venues where you, as soon as you arrive, they end up setting up some kind of like dates for you with few individuals. Who knows? Like, everything's safe, of course, but it might be a good idea. I didn't think about it previously. That is ridiculous. So she only can go on by herself, sitting single tables to eat and only speak to tourists? That is so stupid. It is nice to be here in times of peace. In times of war, there's no room for stupidity. It is necessary to introduce a law that foreigners cannot fall in love with locals. That's the best way. This arrest is just terrible. This story just made me laugh. This is another level of stupidity. New visa type D. Hey English speakers, how are you? So what do you guys think about it? I actually think it's a good idea to have a dating visa and to do like travels to China, like specific events and activities in order for those men or leftover women to get some partners. Because here in the West, there are so many ones eager to do so. I'm sure for that. Like, all the ladies telling me their stories in my Spanish channel will be very keen to do so. Also, the men looking for Chinese women will be glad to arrive to China on a dating visa and just being like shower with these dating events and dating opportunities. Why not? It's not a very crazy idea after all. What are your thoughts? Leave me your ideas, opinions, and comments down below, as well as give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and be welcome to support me, buy me coffee, and such. Kisses to the world. Bye bye.